Most people who visit Okinawa never leave the main island, which means they never see places like this. An hour away by ferry is a small island called Zamami, inside a national park surrounded by water so clear that it has its own name. And almost nobody talks about it. So I came here to see one thing. Is this actually one of the best hidden islands here in Japan? I almost didn't come to Zamami Island, just with timing of my schedule and having to head to other places soon, but I am so happy that I did. Zamami is part of the Kerama Islands, a small chain about an hour west of Okinawa's main island. And while Okinawa itself gets millions of visitors every year, very few people make it out here. I think when people think of Okinawa, they think of tropical island experiences. They think of hot sunny days and they think of beautiful beaches, and all of that is very true. But most people just stay on the main island of Okinawa instead of exploring the rest of the prefecture. And that main island is where most of the hotels, cities, and infrastructure are. Zamami is something different. Zamami feels very different than Okinawa. It is slow, it is quiet, it's a little bit more measured. Really what it is we're in a national park, and so there is an element that is just purely natural here instead of focused on cities and tourism. The Kerama Islands are protected as a national park, which means development is limited. There are no high-rise hotels and no huge resort complexes. Just a small harbor, a few roads, and a handful of villages. It's February right now. Technically, it's not beach weather, but I am at the beach. I don't know if I'd go swimming right now, but it is really gorgeous out. It's like 18 degrees. And because it's not beach weather, because it's February, it is dead quiet. Like, there are so few people here, and I think that's what makes this really special and really feel unique. Most people visit these islands in summer, but coming here in winter reveals something else entirely. There is so much space and silence, and beaches that are entirely empty. The water here is famous for something called Kerama Blue, a color that shifts between deep sapphire and almost electric turquoise, depending on the light. And on a clear day, you can see straight through it. From the hills above the village, you start to understand why divers and snorkelers and whale watchers come here. The reef system surrounding the islands is one of the healthiest in Japan, and the water looks almost unreal. I think the term hidden gem is sometimes overused, when in reality what you mean is that you visit a place where your expectations are not flattened, where there is opportunity, where there is untouched beauty. And that to me is what a hidden gem is. A lot of places get labeled hidden gems, but many of them aren't hidden anymore. Zamami still feels like it is. The great thing about Zamami is that there's no checklist, bucket list items necessarily. You show up, you wander, you explore, you stop by beaches, you sit, you enjoy the sun, you pop in the water, maybe you go snorkeling, maybe you go stand-up paddleboarding, maybe you go surfing. But there is nothing that is necessarily the draw other than the pure, beautiful, untouched, gorgeous environment that you have here in Zamami. There are viewpoints, a few trails, and beaches scattered around the island. But the real experience here isn't ticking off sites. It's simply moving through the landscape. For me personally, that's when travel feels the realest. That's when I enjoy travel the most, is when you're able to find these little pockets that feel authentic to who they are. If you're coming to Okinawa and you have some extra time, I would seriously consider hopping on a ferry and coming to Zamami Island. Not because it's the most extreme or dramatic place, although the views are unlike anything I've ever seen, but because there is this undying sense of tranquility and natural beauty here that I really think you can't get anywhere else. I think the only thing that matters about Zamami is that peace, that tranquility, and that untouched beauty. So give it a try, why not? What's the harm in coming to Zamami Island, even in the middle of winter? And maybe that's the real appeal of Zamami. Not that it's spectacular, but that it's quiet. And sometimes quiet is exactly what you hope to find when you travel this far.